Good morning or good afternoon, LCA families, including our 8th graders. My name is Mr. Castellanos. I am the Dean of Academics, and today our meeting is going to be all around our upcoming 8th grade activities. We're excited to celebrate with our 8th graders the end of the year. All their hard work is finally paying off, and we're going to be giving more information on what's coming up, what families and 8th graders need, and how we can also ensure eligibility. So agenda for today is pretty simple. We're going to talk about all our upcoming events, including the Dodger Night, the Grad Night, 8th grade Banquet, 8th grade breakfast, our graduation, as well as eligibility. Eligibility is really what a student needs to ensure they are doing to be eligible, or that they can have these events available to them, and what also not to do to ensure that they don't lose eligibility. So students and families, that is always important too, because these events are not guaranteed, they're privileges, and we want to make sure you don't have anything to stop you from enjoying them. So some of the activities we're going to be talking about, a brief overview of them, are the Dodger Game Night, which is happening May 12th. Those are currently $55 per ticket. Grad Night happening on May 26th, and that is $85, and that also includes a meal. 8th grade Banquet at the Knollwood Country Club, that is May 18th. And that is currently $45. 8th grade graduation, which is on June 2nd, $45 for your cap and gown. And 8th grade breakfast, June 1st, which is at no cost to the student. We're going to talk more detail of each and every single one. So if there are any questions that aren't answered by the end of this presentation, please feel free to call the office for anything you might still need to have. Our first is Dodger Night, one of our favorites here at LCA. Dodger Game Night will be on Friday, May 12th. And it is currently $55 a ticket. Now, we need to let you know that we only bought a certain amount of tickets through a group rate. So once they're sold out, unfortunately, they're sold out. So for Dodger Game Night, it is important, if you're interested to go, please buy your ticket as soon as possible in the office. There will be a bus that will take us from LCA to the Dodger Stadium. We will be leaving at 5:30. And our game is also a Friday, which means that there will be fireworks. So we'll be staying for the firework presentation at the end of the game, and we'll return to school by about 11 or 11:30 p.m. Okay? Excited, all Dodger fans, most of us Dodger fans here in the office, so we definitely are excited about this one. One of the probably the most anticipated ones for our LCA 8th graders is Grad Night at Six Flags and Magic Mountain. Now, that is happening on May 18th, and it starts from 10:30 to 10:30 p.m. So we should usually we're back around to school around 11 o'clock, maybe a little later, depending on things like traffic or how fast we get out. The price for that is $85, and it includes one meal. So they'll actually get a ticket for a meal they can use, and so obviously we let them know they can also bring extra money if they like to, but it's not necessary. We are going to be leaving the school at 10:30 a.m. It is important that students get here on time. The park will close to the public at 6 p.m. and only the middle schools will stay after. So how that works is with their ticket comes a wristband. They're going to go into the general admission park as soon as we get there, around 11 o'clock. And at 6 o'clock, they're going to ask anybody who is not part of the Grad Night ceremony, who does not have that wristband, to please leave the park. At that point, only those with the wristband will be able to stay. So if a student has a season pass, we've been asked, can I use my season pass and go without paying for a ticket? Unfortunately, that is not how that works, and you need to buy the Grad Night experience. We apologize for that inconvenience. It's how Six Flags works. And so even if you did go by yourself with your pass, you would be asked to leave at 6 o'clock. So for us, in order to get on the bus and to go with us, you need to purchase a ticket, $85 with the school. And that is to ensure that you have the Grad Night experience, which includes the wristband and the meal ticket. That's the only way you can go with us as a school. We should be returning around 11 p.m. After leaving the park around 10:30 p.m. So it should be a little late, but not too late. Next is our 8th grade Banquet at the Knollwood Country Club. That's going to be happening on May 18th. and it's going to be from 6 to 10:30 p.m. The price for the banquet is $45 a ticket. We are asking students to arrive at the country club by 6 p.m. In order to make sure that they're on time for dinner. Parents will be invited the last 30 minutes to do a last dance, a bit of an LCA tradition, but you parents can get there a little early to pick them up. The last 30 minutes is open for families to come, check out our decorations, see the students after they've had a night of dancing, and you can partake in the last dance with us. So you're welcome to start coming in by 10 p.m. The event will end at 10:30 with our last dance, and parents, you can pick them up from there after that. Any other questions around the banquet, please feel free to contact the office. Parents and families, we also want to let you know that we just sent a couple of flyers home with your students. The first one is more added for information around our 8th grade semi-formal banquet and dance. Aside from date and time, which we already went over, it also gives you an idea around the dress code that we expect our students to follow, which is semi-formal, including long sleeve shirts, ties, dress slacks for the boys, dress shoes, as well as dresses, skirts, blouses, combination with no spaghetti straps for the girls. And it also gives you an idea of what the menu of the food that we're going to have. We're going to be having buffet style food for our students, with including things like spaghetti, different pastas, Caesar salads, rolls, and desserts. So we definitely want you to check out that flyer for more of that information, and please call if you have any questions. So one of the one that we've been working 3 years towards is graduation for LCA. As you know, graduation happens at CSUN. It's going to happen this year on June 2nd at 4 p.m. And the only cost is $45 for your cap and gown. Your student has received a flyer with the dress code for both families and students. We want to make sure everybody is ready to celebrate appropriately. And we are asking students to arrive by 1:45 to rehearse our last rehearsal and to take their graduation picture. So it's definitely important for us to be there on time. Currently, right now, we are offering 5 family tickets. I know families are eager to ask for more, but currently, in order to ensure everybody have an equal amount, you are going to receive 5 tickets per family. That does not include the student. So including the student total, it would be 5. Currently, we don't have any extras, but you're welcome to talk to other families who maybe aren't using all 5 if you're interested in more. I know a lot of you are going to want to call and ask for more, but currently we do not have any options to provide more. So 5 tickets are what we can currently provide each family. Families, additionally, we also sent a flyer about all of our graduation details with students, so please look out for those as well too, including the address, the time, everything we just went over, as well as what time they should get there, and formal dress code. This is a graduation. It's a very special event. We want to make sure you have an idea of what we're expecting of our students in regards to dress. Even though they're wearing cap and gown, we want them to be presentable underneath. Should they take off the cap for pictures or the gown for pictures, there is a dress code to follow. So please look out for that dress code flyer. And it's very semi-formal. So for boys, it's long sleeve shirt, tie, dress slacks with dress shoes. We're asking for please no tennis shoes. And for girls, dresses, skirts, blouse combinations, slacks, no tennis shoes. So we want to make sure that these dress codes are followed, so that for things like pictures and for family gathering and pictures, that we're showing our absolute best. Thank you so much. Now, talking about eligibility, what I mentioned before. In order for students to be eligible and have these events available for purchase, they need to be passing a 70% or better. Now, I know some parents may ask, well, my student paid for the ticket already, and unfortunately, eligibility means being able to go. So we want students to make sure that they're passing all their classes. Today, May 5th, is our last Super Support Day, but teachers will work with our students if they need be to make sure that they maintain eligibility. Parents, it's also really important that we ask our families to encourage our students to make sure that they are not just passing, but doing the best that they can. Eligibility is important, and we don't want to be in a position where they lose eligibility and forfeit any ticket they may have purchased. So we want to make sure that students have all classes 70% or better. They are ineligible if they have one or more fails, and also behavior. Behavior really reflects our character. So for our 8th grade students, we want to make sure that the choices they're making in both behavior and academics reflect their very best. Unfortunately, if they choose to have some behavioral issues, it could also cost them eligibility to one or all of these events. So it is important you talk to your student, especially now that we pretty much have less than a month to go before the end of the school year. Please make sure that they are behaving, that they are following directions, that they are doing their absolute best every single day so they don't lose eligibility. Parents' absences can also impact their eligibility, and if they're absent on the day of an activity, it could mean they are ineligible for it. So we want to make sure students that they are coming to school every single day, and if they have an absence, that it is excused with a doctor's note or something to ensure that we don't have any unexcused absences. If you have any questions around eligibility from absences or behavior or fails, academics, you can absolutely contact the office and we can provide you how your student is doing or if there are any concerns at the moment. We really thank you for showing up. Like we said, if there are any questions that weren't answered through this presentation, please feel free to contact our office. And we are excited to celebrate our Warriors. This year has been difficult and has had its challenges, but we're extremely proud of all the work they've been doing, and we can't wait to celebrate with them and with you. So with that, I'd like to thank you so much for tuning in. That is the end of this presentation. Any questions, please contact the office or email us, and we look forward to contacting and connecting with you. Thank you so much, and we hope you have a great day.